Alright, so just kind of making this video to say that I want to make a 3D, no, not 3D, that's like a terrible way to say it. Just like a standard, not standard, like just a game engine that like fills my needs, but I want to kind of make this video to see if it interests anyone else or it sounds interesting to anyone else. So if that's the case, instead of it making something obtuse to get into, is to trying to find the words. I'm kind of tired right now. Trying to find the words to kind of describe what I'm trying to say, is to, like, I don't know, make it user friendly to people who aren't me, and if so, I'll do that. So what I want to do, and I'm just going to showcase a bunch of things I've made, because all I have to do is just put them all together, which shouldn't be too hard, because the hardest part, which is like learning, has already been done. I just have to put the pieces together. Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, it's in video. No, that's not it either. Okay. So here is the simple 3D engine I made, and the physics use, like, I think it's Griff Patch's Box 2D, or whoever uploaded it to Turbowarp. It uses that. There's also like billboards and stuff, so it's like already added into. I'm trying to push a box, do something. I guess I do that earlier in the video. Yeah, where you just push around. Yeah, you can push boxes around, so there is physics and all that. And it would look like this in first person because there would only be like one layer, I think is the way to say it, one layer for objects, and then anything you put above it or below it would either be like floor or like ceiling. So like if you put a block in the sky, it's not going to have any physics because all the physics would be happening on this layer. Yeah, not doing anything too complex. So like I guess making a platform would be kind of hard, maybe. Like maybe to be able to make like a maze game or something. But I don't know. So it's not going to be anything too crazy. And then for like the scripting language, if you could call it that, it's not going to be like typed out or anything. Although I will add that in as a feature where you can just kind of type using a language kind of like Lua maybe. I still have to actually write my own language if that's the case. But I want it to just kind of be where you can click on each object and it brings up like a circuit board, and then instead of scratch blocks, it has like these like logic gates here. It has like all these logic gates you can like plug into each other instead. So I can get away with like putting in fewer elements while it also being kind of versatile, because I gotta be realistic with myself. Like there's no way I'm gonna like remake the entire library of scratch blocks myself. Like it's possible, but it's gonna take a very long while. And then Little Big Planet just kind of has like logic gates like OR, selectors, gyroscopes, material changers or whatever, and then probably like the Sackbot chip. I could make something like that where you can kind of set some presets like follow player or run away from player, you know, stuff like that, and then you can just combine them to make more complex things. Very big fan of that, and I know I can do it because I've pretty much just added guys, I pretty much added it in here, and all the game data is just a big old string of letters, so it's going to be really easy to condense and paste somewhere else. So to break this part down, this is the costume it uses. So I could just make a bunch of like generic meshes, like blocks and spheres and all that. And then this is the position it spawns at, because like there's a pretty limited number of like tiles here. And then everything else is like an instruction, and then at this hashtag here it stops. I think I have another video on it, so if you want to go further into what I explain here, it'll be there. But yeah, and I just gotta pretty much just turn these scripts into just like this circuit board here. We can just kind of like drag them onto the board for each one. And then one project I made here, because like I could make something like this, right? Which is kind of, because this is something I've worked on in the past, but like if you're gonna make, hang on, pause a second. Like if you're gonna make Roblox, I don't know, this just feels really weird. because like you take a look at this, right, and you're like, well, why would I use this if I can just open Roblox Studio? Like that's the first thing I thought when they hired me to do this, to like add some stuff to the engine. I'm like, dude, this is not gonna go anywhere. And then like I think this is where they're at right now, which looks a bit better. Yeah, that definitely looks a lot better. Cool. Good on them. They actually, okay, cool. But not. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's not horrible. But yeah, so that's the idea. And then I'm also gonna make just a Roblox place file, or on .rbxl, I think is the best way to say it, where you can just like paste the string that you make in the engine, and you can just put it into there, and then you can just save the file and then upload it to Roblox. And then from there you can just like add in whatever other feature you want to. But that'll be the cross-platform functionality, and that's something I want too, because like you make a Roblox game and you can't sell it on like itch.io or anything. And in terms of things that I want it to do for me, or like features specifically for me, but hopefully can interest someone else, is functionality for cash acceptors and like coin doors, because the primary source of income for like my games is like the small arcade I've got at the mall. Like other than that, I'm making maybe like a buck or two here on itch.io, which isn't, yeah, it's just bad. It's just bad. And then the arcade stuff makes like a good 100 or so. So I'm like, okay, cool, sweet. So I need there to be arcade support, or like support for like retail hardware like that. So yes, I want there to be some cool hardware support. That's something I want to put in too. And so like my thought would be just to have like the engine, and then like have like a Scratch project like this you can just pre-paste it into, and then just like hit save, and then it would just like run the game without you needing to do any effort on like actually putting any blocks in. Or if there's something that it can't do, you can just like click here and be like, okay, well I want the canvas to do this, this, and this. But the base of the game would just be like in that script. But yeah, I think that's the broadest explanation. I just want to hear if someone finds that concept kind of interesting, and if so, like I'll go ahead and I'll like make the editor a bit, or I'll focus on making it a bit easier to use and not specifically just for me, I think is the way to say it. I don't know. But that's my idea. I have all the building blocks, so to speak, and I just got to put them all together. I think the only part I haven't really done too much thought in yet is just the circuit board system. But I feel like it'd be pretty simple to interface, because like all I'd have to do is just like take the like list of instructions, is just like, yeah, have the parts there, and then like when you click on it, just open up the. I think it'll be a lot easier once I like actually do it, because it's kind of hard to like explain, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And yeah, I think I'll just get to work on it.